I'm Scott Phillips, and let's just get into it. So, today we're going to talk about how you get funded as a trader using someone else's capital and make, 5 to 15K a month in crypto without taking any risk. I think it's a really, really great opportunity and you want to pay close attention. So welcome everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make $5,000 to $15,000 a month by getting other people to give you capital to trade with up to 150 grand in capital. So even if you only make 10% a month on your trades, which for crypto is pretty normal, once you get funded, you can still make a solid $15,000 a month. And this is specifically for beginners who've never traded profitably before, and for intermediate traders who are now profitable. They want to scale up their capital to earn more on every trade. You're not going to risk any of your own money while trading. I've been doing this myself. It's working extremely well. Yeah, it's working extremely well. And if you want to profit from crypto without risking your own money, if you want other people to give you money to trade with, I'm going to show you how. And there's a question in the chat that from Jetset. He said, didn't you say before that funding challenges are a scam? Yes, they are in FX, and they are when they have time limits. But crypto, and they are when they have stupid rules that they cannot pay you out. But this is a crypto one, which is very different because they pay you out daily, so they can't really rip you off, and there's no time limits. So this is one of two that aren't a scam, that are actually really, really good. These ones are like, when you run the maths on it, these ones are about 300% easier to pass than the FX ones. So I'm going to show you how. Here's what I'm going to give you today. One, I'm going to show you how to get funded with up to 150,000 USD to trade with. There's no deposit. You don't risk any of your own money to do this. Two, I'm going to show you the exact trading system you should use with that 150K to make consistent profits each month. And three, I'm going to show you how to generate anywhere from 5 to 15,000 a month in cash profits, not paper profits, cash in the bank you can spend today, and you withdraw it every single day. I'm going to prove to you that anyone can do this. You don't need years of trading experience. I've been sharing this system with regular people, non-traders, people who've never traced a trade before, and they've been getting some impressive results. He ain't no beginner trader. He's been around for years. But he's nearly doubled his account already. He's been consistent, diligent. He's reaping the rewards. He's going slow and steady, which is the trick. If you want to remember one thing from today, it's that to pass funded trader challenges, you go slow and steady. Charles has been trading just 5 coins. All 5 of them were winners. There's a ton of people just like you who are doing this right now.
Scott, sorry to interrupt. You're not sharing screen, dude.
What the hell? All right, we got to go back. We got to go back.
No, he was. I was looking at the screen. All good.
Okay, I apologize. I'll check my setup. I can see
all
it
good.
now.
Yep. Yeah, everything was fine. Yeah.
Everything was fine?
Yeah, all good.
Let's roll. Thank you, Ian. Never doubt to jump in if there's any doubt at all. So there's a ton of people just like you who are doing this right now. So yeah, a bunch of people in the group already doing it. It's a good trade. It's working right. So let me show you how they're doing it, how you can do this too. So today I'm going to deliver value to 2 types of people today. Group 1 is people who've never traded before, and they're worried about losing money as they learn how to trade for monthly profits. For this group, I'm going to show you a trading strategy that makes money for beginners. I'm going to show you how to do this without risking any of your own money. Group 2 is people who are familiar with trading, people who've gotten some wins, but would make a lot more if they had more capital to work with. If you're a guy who fancies himself, an intermediate trader now, but you've only got 10 grand in your account, like, it just would work better if you had 150. The ultimate goal is to get everyone on this call to be making enough to quit their day job if they want to. Think about what this actually means. So no more shitty Mondays, no more asking a boss for permission to get some time off. Well, I don't know what any of those things are like anyway. I sprung it on my wife last night that I'm taking some of our people to ride BMW motorcycles through the Golden Triangle next week, and she was like, "Don't you think you should have told me this? Like, when are you going? Monday?" She's like, "Don't you think you should have told me this before now?" I'm like, yeah, okay. But so in my mind, what I want and what I've given myself through this is a life of freedom where I can do whatever the fuck I want. And, or the only thing that happens to me is I get a little bit of bitching last minute from the wife. Better to ask forgiveness than permission. So no more trading the best hours of your day for someone else's dream. And if you're living this life without spending every week staring at charts and researching coins, type $1 in the chat if you want to make consistent income from crypto, spending no more than 1 to 2 hours a week. Let's just load up the chat. Here we go. Hell yeah. Good, because, yeah, we're all here to make money. Like, this has never been about the tech, guys. I could give a rat's ass about it being the future of money or the decline of fiat or hyperinflation or any of that other bullshit. We're here to make money, and we're unashamedly here to make the money. But for people who are new to my community, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Scott Phillips. I am a gorilla take in human form, and this is me with my lovely family. I've been trading for 20 years. I traded TradFi, trend following trading, which I learned under Ed Seykota and Van Tharp. A couple of years ago, 2024 to 2024, I made $3 million in 2 trades with some tiny little markets, mostly by being early. I was early to Cock Inu, I was early to Retardio, I was early to a couple others. I'm good at finding niche but profitable trades. Yeah. To do. I bought Bitcoin when it was $4, $4.21 actually, and that's sad because it went to $31 and then it dropped back down to 23, and I sold most of it. I only kept 9 of them, and so that was kind of like the dumbest thing I've ever done. And then I turned 40K into 770K in the last bull run, and more recently I turned 5K into 1.3 million with a full fund side account. And yes, this is me. I really do bench 5 plates. Now I've made money from crypto in a lot of different ways. Like, I've done almost every sort of trading that you want to do, but we can boil it down into just 2 main ways. You can increase the size of your returns, or you can increase the size of your capital, like how much money you have available to trade. So most people default to the first option. If they've got a $10,000 account, they do really big multiple leverage trades, and their account wiggles around like crazy. They look for the 100x moonshot. They take a lot of risks, and that's really hard because taking risk is actually quite risky. Who fucking knew, right? Like, who knew that betting it all on some long shot coin would be a fucking long shot? Like, when you put it like that, it doesn't seem so hard. Now, making 1,000% or 10,000% returns every single month, you can do it every now and again when you get lucky, but to do it consistently is hard. It's not impossible. It's just almost impossible. Now, I've done it. I turned 5K into 1.3 million, but that was lightning in a bottle, a lot of luck, a lot of sequential luck. And you notice that luck clusters. Sometimes the markets are so right, like the planets are so aligned that every move that you make is going to work. You just got to recognize when that's happening, ride that streak, and then get the hell off it before it all turns bad, because they'd never last long. But let's say you have a trading system that makes 10% per month consistently. Now we're talking. So it's definitely doable, even for a beginner. But here's the thing. 10% per month on a $1,000 capital base is only $100 a month. That's not going to change your life. Or if you had 150 grand. Now that 10% is paying you 15% per month. You're doing the same amount of trades, putting in the same amount of effort and time. You get a completely different outcome. Here's the problem. I'm guessing no one watching this right now has 150 grand to trade with. So what do? Oh, Genset, there's definitely some catches with this. There's some tricks and catches. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you all the tricks and catches, and I'm going to show you how to bypass all those tricks and catches too. So what do? That's where this gets interesting, because we're going to get other people to fund us. And I promise you, every single person watching this can get set up to 150K in funding. But let's say you did get this funding. Do you know the trades you're going to execute with it? Like, it's no good getting 150 grand of someone else's money and punting it on a coin that you read is going to be the next big thing. Like, that's a retarded thing. And that ain't going to last 10 minutes. The truth is, having 150 grand to trade with means nothing if you don't know how to trade profitably. In fact, having more capital when you don't know what to do with it, well, that's a recipe for disaster. You're just going to overtrade, you're going to fuck it up. So before I show you how to get funded, let me show you the trading system that makes this whole thing work. I'm going to show you the exact trades you should be using today. If you're already in the YF10 group, these are the ones that we're doing. So you can get funded and start profiting immediately, because once you understand how the trading works, you'll see exactly why the funding opportunity is so powerful. This is the system I use. Maurizio uses it. Ian's using it. This is what the people I showed you earlier are using. It's designed specifically to generate consistent, predictable returns, which is exactly what you need to get funded and stay funded. For those who are at the previous live event, this is a quick refresher. If you're going to want to stick around to learn how to get up to 150K in funded capital to trade with, which is completely new info that you've never seen before. So if you're in the YF10 group, you can gloss over this next little section, but you want to stick around to learn about getting the 150K, because there's definitely some tricks that you need to know. For those who haven't seen our previous event, pay close attention, because this is the foundation for everything. For the past few months, my team and I have been scouring the crypto markets for new trading edges that would be consistent and easy to execute for beginners. We're looking for trades that are repeatable, predictable, work whether the market goes up or down. And out of everything we tested, one trade stood above the rest. We call it the green bar trade because the signal starts with this green bar. It's a volume spike into the close on a high momentum coin, and we're looking for mean reversion around the time the daily candle closes over. I'll dig into this. So it's been very profitable. The short version of how it works is every day around midnight UTC 0000 GMT. The daily candles on all the charts close. They go from one daily candle to the next one. And there's a predictable pattern in the crypto markets that everything goes a little bit fucking sideways around that time. Around midnight, traders ape into the coins that have been performing strongest just before the close. And they get and this is something that we see in TradFi and stocks as well. The stocks that have performed the best on the day, people ape into them over the last few minutes. But what happens is they get excited, they overbuy, they push certain coins past fair value, and we get a few hours of mean reversion effects. And you can see this in the volume, this big green bar of buying activity right before midnight. What happens next? It's almost clockwork. These overextended coins crash back down between 1 and 4 hours, and it's not really a precious trade. It's not usually like, oh, it has to be 1 hour. It has to be anywhere from 1 to 3 hours is about right. And you just hold it and exit it. So you're not doing targets and stop losses and shit like that. So what do? We short these coins, meaning we make money when the price goes down. So here's an example. We entered this short position just before midnight UTC. An hour later, the coin crashed. We closed with a profit. This is called mean reversion. It's a strategy that's been around for 100 years. Really, the big three strategies are momentum, mean reversion, and carry. We've got 72 different strategies in our hypertrend algo, and they're all like the same turd rolled in a different color glitter. Nearly all of them are mean reversion or momentum or carry. In crypto, it happens fast. Mean reversion happens fast within hours, not days or weeks. Does it work 100% of the time? No, nothing works 100% of the time. Here's a trade where we took a small loss. The buyers brute forced the price up. It happens. The idea is you take in small losses and bigger wins. Here's what that matters. It works more often than it doesn't. And when you're winning more than you're losing and your winners are bigger than your losers, you end up profitable consistently. It's so consistent. I did this live on a call just like this one. I hit 4 out of 5 trades. I think there should be some people who were at the previous event who saw me do this live. If you saw me do it, type here. It ain't that hard. Like Maurizio does it every damn day. But it's not just me. Regular people have been getting results like this too. Yeah, it's not unusual to get 5 from 5. So here's a bunch of trades we executed recently. It's perfect for the current market, by the way. When everything's dumping, like the crypto market has been ass for the last couple of months, like year really. When everything's dumping, we're still making money because we're looking for mean reversion. We're looking for things that pump the hardest to go down. So how do people who've never traded before pull this off? So that's where the group comes in. I put together a group of elite traders. I've opened it up so regular people can join. It's called YF10, short for your first 10K, because that's the goal. The goal is to get you to your first $10,000 a month from crypto. And here's how it works. So every week, our trading coaches, Maurizio and Artem. Artem is our little Twinkie quant boy. We host a live trading call. Maurizio runs a lot of trading calls for the other groups. He finds many of our best trades, and he is a pro. He is a pro's pro, actually. God, he learned off me in 2020. He's been trading like an animal since then. He supports his wife and kid from it. He's a good trader. Artem is our rising star. Artem has a master's in mathematics. He trades directly under Robot James and me, and he is a Ukrainian refugee who used to work for the SBU, the Ukrainian spy organization, and he was a drone pilot killing Russians. He killed more people than cancer, that boy. Good looking little 25-year-old twink boy. Yeah, he's incredible. Super smart, smarter than me. So these guys found the trade, and honestly, they execute it better than I do. But here's what I want you to understand. Maurizio and Artem aren't just running the same trade forever. They're actively researching new edges. We got a bunch of new stuff in the pipeline. And James and I are constantly looking for new edges, and we found a heap of stuff. There's a heap of edges in crypto, especially the small stuff. So the truth of this, marketing bullshit aside, is that James and Artem and I are actively looking for things for hypertrend. A lot of the things that are the best things we find for hypertrend are hugely high sharp, but have almost no capacity. So they couldn't take more than $1 million. And hypertrend is going to be running $100 million. So there's no point having $1 million strategy and $100 million fund. It's just no good. So those small capacity edges, and to be honest, this couldn't take more than $1 million. These ones go to these groups. They're all your guys to eat. So if James and Artem find something that works better than the green bar trade, easy to execute, better risk reward, we'll switch it out. I'm a slut. I'll go wherever the money's greatest. So you're not locked into one strategy. You're getting access to our best trades, whatever those happen to be at any given time. So once you're in the group, you jump on the call, they share their screen, they show you exactly which coins they're trading. You follow along. They click buy, you click buy. So we're all buying the same coins together at the same time. They click sell, you click sell. It's a push button, make money system. So you're trading live alongside professional traders doing it with their own money, clicking the same buttons at the same time. And if you can't make the live calls, no problem. They go out as real-time alerts. You just get a notification on your phone and you just make the trade. Because you're not setting a lot of complicated like stop loss profit target, it can be just like a set and forget. All the call recordings get shared in the group too. Now, I've shown you the system. Let me show you some results from real people using it. So Rob nearly doubled his account. He's been consistent showing up to the calls, executing the trades. Fuck yeah. Charles, best day so far, 5 out of 5. So these guys are doing relatively small trades compared to what you're used to. They're they're not trying to 10x an account straight away. They're trying to make a reasonable return on capital. And these are regular people. These aren't pros. These are just people who showed up, followed the system, make money. So here's what I want you to understand. You can make consistent returns with this system. You don't want to go off the reservation and start betting your whole account every single day. Like, that's dumb. You can blow out. But you don't need to be an expert. You don't need to do hours of research. You don't even need to understand why it works, even though we tell you. You just need to follow the alerts. The system is designed to hit consistent profits. And just to make this part clear, the system isn't just the green bar trade. It's whatever our best trades are right now. The green bar trade's working great right now, but markets change. When they do, we adapt. Our team's always testing new strategies. Whatever works best is what you'll get. Right now, we're testing. I did a bunch of work with Paul yesterday about data mining pairs for the dirty white girl pairs trade, for those who know what it is. And we found some crackers. Like we found some absolute cracking pairs trades. So you're not betting on one trade pattern. You're part of an evolving group that's constantly researching, finding, testing the best opportunities. And that consistency is exactly what we need for what I'm about to show you next. All right, so you've seen the green bar trading system inside YF10. Now you just need to translate that 10% returns per month into 150K capital base, and that'll get you to 15K a month. 180K a year, that's more than most doctors make. So how do you get more capital? Traditionally, you got three options. Option one is you save the money yourself. Good luck with that. Most people are never going to save 150 grand. I never did it except by massively gambling, all kinds of stuff I shouldn't. Option two is risk your life savings. Works for me, might not work with you. Wouldn't work with me now because I got a wife and a kid. Like, I was fine to be a professional gambler before I had a wife and a kid and a house and school fees and all that sort of stuff. Can't do it anymore. If you've got 150K sitting in the bank, you could trade with it, but are you really going to put your family's financial security on the line? I don't reckon. You got to, once you got a house, you got to keep that house. You don't want your kid in therapy in 20 years' time talking about everything was great until I was 6 and dad lost the house gambling on meme coins and now life was fucked after that and I hate my father. Like, you just can't do that. So your last option is to take out loans, and I shouldn't have to explain to you why taking a loan to gamble on crypto is that's exactly how people ruin their lives. So what's the alternative? So what if someone else gave you the 150K and you kept most of the profits? If you lost, it wasn't your money on the line. And that's exactly what I've been doing, what Maurizio's been doing, what we've all been doing. It's honestly, I thought it was going to be a scam when we started looking into it. I'm like, no, this is actually easy to beat. And that's what I want to show you how to do. So this account here, none of it's mine. It belongs to something called a prop firm. Now, if you've never heard of prop firms, let me explain. A prop firm is a company that funds traders. There's a bunch of them. There's a million of them. And they range from very shady to very legitimate. And we're on the very legitimate side. Their whole business model is this. They find skilled traders, give them capital to trade with, and they take a percentage of the profits. Here's how it works. They get you the capital to trade, in this case up to 150K. They pay you 80% of the profits you earn. And if you earn 4 consecutive months of profit, this goes to 90%. You can withdraw in cash or crypto at the end of every day. Now, I absolutely recommend, even if you trust the company, you withdraw at the end of the day. So you trade, you make a little bit of money, you made $100 for today, just pull the $100 out. Just get into the habit of pulling out whatever you earned and treating it like a salary. I don't want some company that, like, I know the owners now, but I don't want some company owing me money. I want them to be on the hook for me. So you trade with the capital they give you using whatever system you want, and you have total freedom in the way you decide to trade. In our case, you'll be using the green bar trades, other high profit trades like the dirty white girls pairs trade, like a couple of others we've got that we're going to show you in the YF10 group. When you make money, you keep 80% for starters. The prop firm keeps 20%, and this goes up to 90% if you're successful. I think it's a really, really good deal. And here's the best part. If you lose, you're not on the hook for their money. You're not taking out a loan. You're not signing a personal guarantee. If the trades go against you, the worst that happens, you lose access to the funded account, and you can just top it up and go again. If you think that you were just unlucky and you're going to be able to keep beating it, you just top it up and go again. You don't owe them anything. So let me make sure this is clear. You trade with the capital they give you. You keep 80% of the profits. They take 20%, which is fair. If you generate 10% profit 4 months in a row, which admittedly is really hard, you go to 90%. So they've got a big carrot, but this carrot is kind of a trick. So the idea is they're trying to get you to go very, very fast and be very, very risky. You don't want to do that. You want to be slow and steady turtle is the way to beat these things. Slow and steady is the absolute cheat code for beating all of these prop firms, except the ones with time limits. So all the ones with a 30-day or a 60-day time limit are all scams. Not because they're not going to pay you, just because that putting in that time limit changes the odds and makes it like 3 times as hard. If you lose, you're not on the hook for anything. That's the deal. Now, obviously, they're not just handing out 150K accounts to anyone who asks. You have to prove you can trade first. You have to prove you're not a muppet. And so that's where the challenge comes in. To get funded, you take a challenge. It's basically a test. They give you a demo account, same conditions as a real account, but it's simulated. And in the group, we're going to show you how simulated accounts are actually easier to beat than real accounts. I would always prefer to trade on a demo account because it doesn't have proper market impact. It's a bit janky. It's a little bit weird if you've only ever traded real markets, but it's actually much easier. Your job is to make 8% profit on that account without blowing up. The rules are simple. You don't lose more than 5% in a single day. Now, that requires that you wind your neck back in, because I reckon that every single person here has lost more than 5% in a day, right? Like, if you've lost more than 5% in a day in the crypto markets, type yes in the chat. Yeah, everyone has. So to not lose 5% in a day, you have to go slow. You have to wind your positions back to probably a third the size that you used to trading. You also can't lose more than 10% total. Again, nearly everyone here has lost 10% total. So you can see what these firms are doing. They're weeding out impatient traders and they want to select patient traders. You've got to hit a profit target of 8%. That's pretty easy. We can all make 8%. And once you pass, you fund it. Now, what most people are going to do is try and earn 8% in one day in one bet, and they're going to blow it out. That's not the way. So once you pass, you fund it. And here's the thing, that these trades we show you in YF10, these are designed to hit these targets. We're making 8 to 15% per month now with very, very controlled risk. And that's exactly what the challenge requires. Like the YF10 trades, the results we have are like bang on what you need to pass and fund an account and keep that account funded. No, Genset, this needs about a sharp 1.5 strategy. So it needs a 1.5 strategy, and about a 15% vol target is about optimal. So 1.5 is a better than average, but not amazing trader. But 15% vol is probably about a half to a third of the volatility that most people in crypto will trade with. So when you combine the trading system with the prop firm opportunity, you've got a complete path to trading with 150K in capital. So let me lay exactly how this works step by step. So step 1 is you join YF10. If you're already in, you don't need to do that. You get access to the live trading calls, you get real-time alerts, you start executing the trades. Step 2 is you practice. The first few weeks, you're just getting comfortable. You're working out how execution works. You're working out how it feels to have 3 winners and 2 losers on a day and make $7, and you worked an hour for $7. You're getting comfortable with how it feels to have 5 winners in one day and get all excited and want to up your positions the next day when you're going to get 1 winner, 4 losers. You're just learning how not to be a noodlehead. Following along, so you're seeing how it works, maybe trading with a small amount of money if you want. And step 3 is when you're ready, when you feel like you're going to win. Like, we're not here to fuck spiders, guys. We're here to win. When you're ready to win, you jump into the challenge. And you'll be using the exact same trades from YF10K, the same alerts, same calls to pass the challenge. Whether that's the green bar, one of the pairs trades, a new edge discovers, combination of both, you'll be using our best strategies to pass. We're not rigid about this. Whatever gives you the highest chance of passing is what we'll use. For now, the system is, if you're using in Silico Terminal, Mail for Nash, it's an excellent piece of software. And I would say, for YF10, probably the ideal execution. What I would do is one of their timed scaled TWAP orders. So I would get into the trade and TWAP out over the next like 3 hours. And you can skew that in Silico Terminal to the last hour. So I would think that would be the perfect way to execute this trade. So for now, the system is designed to hit 8 to 15% per month. The challenge requires 8% profit, which lines up perfectly. Not to mention, we'll be taking it slow and steady because that's actually how you pass these tests. Whenever you have any questions about the trades or the funded challenge or the software, or our coaches, we're there for you. You also get to see what other people in the group who are just like you beginning their journey, you also get to see them make it. We'll all pass the demo test together. We'll be guiding you through the same process that worked for me inside the YF10 group. Step 3, once you pass the challenge, you've hit the profit target without blowing up, and now you're funded. What time is the live trading? It's at 0000 GMT, which is roughly about now. If you can make now, you can make the live trading. A bit before now, like when we started. So depending on the challenge you signed up for, you can get away with 5,000 in capital up to a whopping 150,000. Now, from here, nothing changes. Just do the exact same thing you did in the demo test. Follow the trade alerts from YF10. The only thing that changes is how much now you're making percentage profits on a much bigger number. So while you don't have to risk any of your own capital. So that's an important thing. You make 10% on a $2,000 account, or you can make 0.5% on a $150,000 account. And you actually earn more doing that. And it's less risky. You're not risking any of your own capital. You're not on the hook. Step 4 is collect your profits. Now, every month, but you're allowed to do this every single day. And I recommend you take the time to pull out every fucking day. Just make a habit of it. We know this company, but you don't know this company. Like, fuck them. Pull your money out every day. Every day. Fuck them. So let's do the math again. 10% on a 150K account is 15K in profits. You keep 80%, that's $12,000 every month. 12,000 a month while trading someone else's money. 144 grand a year. That's a down payment on a house. That's private school tuition. That's college covered for your kids. That's your wife calling a boss to say she's done. And that's my biggest flex, by the way. Like, if someone wants to say, how rich is Scott? Well, I'm rich enough that my wife doesn't have to work and has never had a job since we got married. That's it. Retirement on your terms, not whatever Social Security says you're allowed. Thanks to executing trades you copied from what we show you in the YF10 group, except now you're trading with someone else's capital. So here's how you can do this. I put together a bundle that gives you everything you need to go from where you are right now to trading with up to 150K in funded capital. All in all, there's two parts to this. Part one is YF10, and this is where you learn the trades, get ongoing support. And part two is Bitfunded. This is where you take the test to get funded. So let me break down each one. Part one is YF10 membership. That's your trading education, execution, support system. It's your group, it's your community. Here's exactly what you get. You get weekly live calls with Maurizio and the Twink. You jump on a Zoom call, they share their screen, they say, we're shorting this coin right now, and you do the exact same trade on your account. You're not making decisions, you're not analyzing charts, you're just copying what they do in real time. Real-time trade alerts are sent straight to your phone. If you can't make the live call, no problem. You get a notification on your phone that tells you what to buy and when to sell. You open your trading app, you type in those exact tickers, and you're done. It takes about 2 minutes. Let me be super clear about this. You're not making any trading decisions yourself. We tell you what to trade, when to enter, when to exit. You just follow the instructions. It's like following a recipe. We give you the ingredients and the steps, and you just do what it says. Of course, Maurizio and Artem will explain the method behind these trades so you understand the complete strategy to improve your own trading skills. But you also get access to the community, 24/7 support from our trading mentors. There's a lot of really good traders in those groups, legit guys that I would give jobs to. If you have a question or you're confused about something, post it in the group and our coaches are going to be there to help you. You also get call recordings if you miss a session. Everything's recorded, obviously. Watch it later if you need to. I hate that you have to be somewhere at a certain time. They don't have freedom for me. Plus, you get access to all future trading strategies. YF10 is an ongoing group. My team is constantly scanning the markets for new edges. Whenever we find a new profitable trade setup, we share it with the group. Here's what this means for the funded challenge. We're not locked in to the green bar trade. It's working great right now. If that stopped working for some reason, we instantly switch out to another trade. If we find a strategy that's easier to execute or works better with the Bitfunded rules or just flat out makes more money, that's what we'll pivot to. I'm something of a shameless whore when it comes to making money off crypto. I'll jump on any fucking thing, no matter how ridiculous. So you're not just getting the green bar trades, you're getting everything we discover going forward. The goal of YF10 is simple. Get you consistently profitable, making 8 to 15% per month, and get you funded so you can transform those returns into 5 to 15K per month in actual cash. So how much is the investment to join this YF10 group? So we're extending our early bird promo, which we launched, a month ago. We're extending this to be $497 for 8 weeks. So we're doing the last couple of weeks of it now. And you can join YF10 here at op.finrev.ai/YF10. This is a limited time offer. We launched this group once before. That was season 1. Now we're extending that invitation so you can join season 2. You can join it here. We'll be starting season 2 on the 11th of February. That's good. I'll be back from my motorcycle trip by then. Artem and Caroline and Coach Paul, they're all coming to visit me in Phuket, and we're going to work from, I'm going to live in my own house and sleep in a big bed with my wife, but they're living in a house around the corner, and we're going to spend a month working and hanging out together in Phuket. So to make sure you get into YF10 now and start learning the trades and practicing in preparation for the funded challenge launch, you can join YF10 here. So to clarify, new members who join today, your 8 weeks will not start ticking until the 11th of February. So to join today, you'll get immediate access to the YF10 group, but your 8 weeks won't start ticking. You're basically getting bonus time on your membership. And Scott Rosenthal, no, you don't have to join YF10. The next part of this, which I'm about to show you, is how to do it with or without me. You don't want my advice. You don't want my help. You're good enough to do it by yourself. You've got something that already works. Yeah, fuck yeah. Do it yourself. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. So we're giving away this bonus time. So your 8 weeks won't start ticking till the 11th of February. You're getting bonus time on your membership, and we're giving away this bonus time so you can join the group early, have a look around, follow some of the trades, get comfy before we start the Bitfunded challenge for real. For existing YF10 members, when you extend your membership by purchasing today, your extended membership will also start ticking from the 11th of February. So this is so everyone has plenty of time to get used to the trade, so we can all start YF10 Season 2 at the same time, whether you're a returning member or a new member. So after this promo ends, YF10 will move to a monthly subscription. It'll cost more than $4.97 for 8 weeks. I haven't finalized the exact number, but I guarantee it'll be higher. If you join now at $497, you'll have the option to be grandfathered in at that rate when we switch to monthly billing, so you lock in the lowest price we'll ever offer. If you're already in YF10, this is your chance to extend your membership for another 8 weeks and take the funded challenge. If you're not in YF10 yet, now's the time to get in at the best price. And for those who are wondering, how do I pass the challenge? I'm going to show you in chapter and verse. Just hold on. Hold your fucking horses. Is there a guarantee? Of course there is. You're covered by a full 30-day refund. We've had people who, didn't take action, thought it was too complicated for them. You don't even need a reason to refund. You just, I won't ever see it. So join YF10, try the trade, see if it works for you, get in the group, join the calls, try out some trades. 30 days is plenty of time to give it all a try. If you change your mind for any reason at all, you get a full refund, no questions asked. So you're starting with literally zero risk. So once you're in YF10 and you're comfortable with the trades, that's when you want to get funded. That's where Bitfunded comes in. Let me explain how this works step by step. What is Bitfunded? So Bitfunded prop firm. They give traders money to trade with. And when you sign up for a Bitfunded challenge, you choose how much funding you want to qualify for. So the funding options range from a $5,000 account to a $150,000 account. You pay a one-time fee to take the test. And there's a trick with the test. There's 2 tricks with the tests, actually. The 2 tricks are kind of tricky, and yeah, we'll get into it. So in all of these funded trader processes, and I'm including the scammy TradFi ones, and I'm including this one and the other one, which I think is quite good, is Breakout Prop. Owned by my friend Crypto Cred. But this is the one that I think is the best. There's 2 types of challenges, one that have a 1-step and others that have a 2-step. So a 2-step is you pass a test and then you pass another test. Those are generally not good. So this one, they give you the option of passing a 2-step test. You don't want to take it. You want to take the 1-step test. The 1-step test is far easier to pass than a 2-step test. And there's some maths behind it. I'll run through it at the end if you like. So for $99, you can try to get a $5,000 account, which is, this is what you would do if you just really wanted to try out the platform, see how it works. I kind of recommend starting with a small account just to see how it goes. Maybe you fuck it up the first time. Maybe you're not that confident. Especially if you're not that confident, start with $99. It's not that much of a risk. So 1-step assessment process. The unlimited trading period is key. Most of these firms, they put a 30-day limit on it, and that 30-day limit forces you to do crazy things. This is a little bit deceptive. It starts as an 80-20 profit split and goes up to 90 if you are consistently profitable. And this costs $99. You can trade basically the top 100 cryptos off Binance. The universe is quite large. You can use up to 5 to 1 leverage, which is enough. You can pay by crypto, credit, or debit card. And if you want $10,000, it's $149. If you want $15,000, it's $199. If you want 25, it's $299. If you want all the way up to $150,000, it's $13.99. But don't start looking for a $13.99 straight away. Spend $99. See how easy it is to pass. If you spend $99 and you just jam through it and it's like, wow, that was easy, I could do that standing on my head. Then you do the $150 in account. It's the Binance, the trading platform is a paper trading platform using Binance's order book. So it's their own platform. I'll show you the platform, but it's a paper trading platform on Binance's universe using Binance's data. So once you pay the fee, you get a demo account with that amount of capital, and your job is to make 8% profit on the demo account without breaking the risk rules. And here's the catch. You don't have to do that in one day. You don't have to do it in 1 week. If you set, I would, if I was trying to pass $150,000 challenge, I would try and take 2 months. I would spread it way out. I would take the pressure off. I would take the time limit off. 8%, making 8% in 2 months, make 4% a month. I've got to make what? 0.2% a day or something easy. So the rules are simple. So you don't lose more than 5% in a single day. Don't lose more than 10% total. You don't have to trade on Binance. You trade on their account, on their thing here. So it doesn't matter if you're in the US. It's not Binance.us. It's their own platform, but they use Binance as a back end. To cash out, they pay you from themselves in real cash. So this is totally available and legal for US customers. Nearly all of the TradFi firms that I've seen, Apex, FTMO, top 5%ers, all the TradFi ones that I looked at had greasy little fine print bullshit that was going to stop them paying you out, and delayed payouts. Like they're going to delay your payouts by 60 days, and if you fuck up in that 60 days, they're going to not pay you. So I would steer the way away from all the TradFi ones, all the ones. This is simple. There's no delayed payouts. You make money today, you pull that money out, it's yours. Don't lose more than 10% total. So you don't lose more than 5% in a single day. You don't lose more than 10% total. You hit the profit target of 8%, no time limit. You do this and you pass the test and you get a live funded account. Here's what makes Bitfunded special. There's no time limit. So most prop firms force you to pass within 30 days. Mathematically, that changes the odds. It makes it a lot harder, but it also creates pressure and leads to mistakes. With Bitfunded, you can take as long as you need. Go slow. Be patient. Follow the YF10 trades. Don't use much leverage, if any. Go slow. There's no rush. If they want you to use a lot of leverage and blow out and then try again, do the opposite of what they want. Fuck them. So here's what happens when you pass. Once you get the profit target on your demo account, Bitfunded gives you a real live trading account with the same amount of capital. So if you took the $25,000 challenge and passed, you now have a $25,000 account to play with. If you took the $150,000 challenge and you passed, you now have a $150,000 challenge to play with. A $150,000 account to play with. The funding level you choose is the funding level you get when you pass. So this is important. You can't take the easy $5,000 test and then magically get $150,000 in trading. What you would, a sensible low risk way is to take the $5,000 test and go, okay, now I have an idea of what I have to do. I didn't make any silly mistakes. I did it slowly. I reckon I can. Do I think I can do that again? If you think you can do that again standing on your head, then do it for 150K. Yeah, this is all crypto futures. This is no CME futures, TradFi bullshit that closes on weekends. That's all crap. So whatever level you test at is what you get. So pick the level that matches your goals, matches your desired monthly income. Now, I worked out a special deal with Bitfunded for our community because I stood on their throat and I leaned real hard and I said, we got a big community and you need to give us a fucking deal, cunts. When you buy one challenge through our link, you get a second attempt free. We basically staunched them into a buy one get one free deal for our members just for this launch. And this is possible in 2-step as well as 1-step, gen step. Genset. But I've run the math, and I can give you guys some Python code to run the math too if you want. Mathematically, choosing two-step is a poor choice. I'll post the code at the end. So you're getting 2 tries for the price of 1. If something goes wrong on your first attempt, a bad trade, a mistake, a rough day, you got a backup. So let's say you go for the $150,000 account and you just act like you go on tilt. You act like an idiot. You decide you're so close to the end and you just want to take some random gamble and you fuck it up. Then you've got a backup. You got to do over. You can start fresh with your second attempt. And this buy one, get one, the BOGO offer, only available during this promo. Once it ends, you pay full price for 1 attempt. So here's my recommendation. So don't start the challenge immediately. My recommendation is about all this stuff is sensible, slow, steady. Sensible, slow, steady. If they want you to go fast, go slow. Take your time, get comfortable. Rome wasn't built in a day. You don't have to be out there doubling your money on day one. Buy the challenge today to lock in the BOGO offer because it expires on the 11th of February. Yeah, since when was I so slow? That's fair. There's someone in the chat saying, since when was Scott sensible, slow, and steady? Like, yeah, you got me. You cooked me. But you want to buy the buy one get one offer because it expires on the 11th of February. But let it sit. Spend a few weeks in the YF10 first. Follow the trades. Get comfortable. Execute a couple of times. Build your confidence. Then, when you feel ready, start the challenge. There's no expiration on your purchase challenge. You can let it sit for weeks or months if you want. It's there when you're ready. But you do need to purchase it during this promo to get the buy one get one deal. So buy now, start later. So which funding level should you choose? Now, this is an interesting question. So for most people on the call, especially if you're new to trading, you don't want to start with the big one. You want to start with something that gives you enough money to work with. If you like, a $5,000 account isn't really much to trade with, like, being honest. Like that's the thing you use to test a platform to see if it's a scam, see if they actually pay you. I recommend starting with the 15 or 20. That's sort of half in the middle. It's not too expensive to try. If you fucked up and lost $200, it's not the end of the world. We're not talking sheep stations here. But also $15,000 is a pretty meaningful income if you keep it going. Here's why. At 8 to 10% monthly returns, a 15% account pays you roughly $1,200 to $1,500 per month. $25,000 account pays you roughly $2,000 to $2,500 per month. That's real money. The challenge fees are reasonable. It's like $199 or $299. It's not like thousands. And with the buy one, get one offer, you get 2 tries for the same price, and there's no time limit. And again, the absolute cheat code for all these things is that everyone else is trying to go fast. You be slow. This is a tortoise and hare situation, guys. Once you're funded and make the money, you can save up and take the bigger challenges later, work your way up to 50, 100, or 150K in funding. So if you're already in YF10 and you've done some trading before, you're feeling confident, then you can look at the $50,000 to $150,000 challenges if you want. That's when you're making $5,000 to $15,000 per month, and it's 6-figure annual income territory. Technically, once you get really good, you could have multiple $150,000 accounts. And I know people who do this strategy with, and they stack their monthly profits, and they use different accounts for different strategies so that if one has a bad streak, they're not blowing up the other one. But for most people, here's what I recommend. Let me lay out exactly what to do step by step. So step 1 is join YF10 today. Links below. It's pretty long, so if you can post that in the chat, that'd be awesome, bro. If you want to pay with credit card or with crypto and you register for Bitfunded, you have to click on this link because you only get the buy one get one from this link. Click the link in the chat, pay $497, and you're in for 8 weeks. You get immediate access to the community, the trade alerts, the live calls. Step 2 is sign up for Bitfunded and purchase your challenge today. The UI is a bit confusing, so I'll show you the steps you need to take to sign up for Bitfunder. Okay, so you register and log in. Actually, let me do it on the live thing. You'll see this. You log in and you'll see no active accounts yet, which is kind of a little confusing. So you go to be active, and then you click on new challenge. You get a bunch of choices. Now, I've run the math on the 2-step versus the 1-step evaluation. The 1-step is much easier. So I recommend personally the 1-step. And the math is intuitively really hard. And I know Maurizio was like, oh, dude, I really think the 2-step is better. I think the 2-step is better because you get more money to put, you get lower drawdown limits on the back end. It's like, no, it's not. When you run the math on it, it's not. So if you want a $5,000 account, it costs $99, $10,000, $149, $15,000, $199, $25,000, $299, $50,000, $499, $100,000, $999, and $150 is $13.99. Don't go signing up for these unless you're sure you're a good trader. Don't go paying anyone $1,300 unless you're even getting 2 for 1 unless you're already a good trader. So we click on new challenge, 1-step evaluation, click your desired challenge. You can scroll down for larger packages. I recommend starting with something in the middle. There's no need, unless you're sure that you're a gangster trader. Like Ian, I would say straight away you could go for the big one, but yeah. Then you fill out your name and credit card, PayPal, whatever. And this locks in your buy one get one offer. So this is locking in your 2 attempts for the price of 1. Please don't do a Google search. You got to use this actual link below to get the buy one get one offer. It's a special deal I worked out for our community only. I had to bargain hard for it. So yeah, it's not a public thing. So to recap, pick your funding level, 5K or 25K for most beginners, higher if you're more experienced. You pay the challenge fee, then you do nothing with it yet. Let it sit. Spend some time in YF10, get comfortable with the trades. We won't be launching the challenge until the 11th of February. So it gives you time to learn inside the group. So your 8-week membership isn't starting until that date. So take your time. And once it hits the 11th, I'd plan on taking, at least 45 days to finish the challenge. I wouldn't try and do it in a month. 45 days, maybe even. And, if you're losing a little bit of money towards the 45 days, you can just extend it out and slowly grind it out. So we have to be a bit adaptive here. And the whole thing is to be the opposite of crypto, right? Like crypto is not for careful, cautious people. If you were careful and cautious and rational and sane, you'd have nothing to do with crypto. But for this, you have to be careful, cautious, plotting, all the things that none of us are, right? At least I'm not.
Scott,
See,
could I just clarify something for
Sure.
a moment? So season 1 members, current YF10K members, they will need to buy a season 2 pass in order to get the 8 weeks. The bonus is the time that we're given prior to the 11th.
Oh, I'm
where
sorry.
we'll
I'm
be
sorry. I
teaching.
misunderstood. So
I
they
mean,
get
I just
they get until the 11th, but some of them must have more than 8 weeks left, right? Or have we been running it that long?
we haven't been running it that long.
How long have we been running?
Maybe the live calls for maybe 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, everyone's got to get what they paid for.
Absolutely. So the bonus is that we're going to be teaching the Bitfunded system with YF10K. So if you don't renew today, the bonus is that you get the new system, the new way how to do it.
Okay.
But to continue receiving the signal list and carrying on in the group, it's necessary to buy a season 2 pass.
That don't sound right. So you follow the live trade alerts inside YF10, join the live calls, watch the coaches execute trades, get comfortable with the process, see the wins stack up. Step 4, when you feel ready, starting the Bitfunded Challenge will be starting together after the 11th of February. That's when you log into Bitfunded. On the 11th of February, you log into Bitfunded and you click on New Challenge and start your challenge. And these are the links here. Now you're trading on the demo account. You use the exact same trades from YF10. We'll all be doing this together starting from the 11th of February. The coaches will guide you through it. You're not alone. Step 5 is pass the challenge and get funded. Slow and steady. That's all there is to it. Once you hit the profit target, Bitfunded gives you real capital to trade with. So step 6 is trade with your funded account, collect your profits. Every month, you take an 80% cut of whatever you made minimum, goes up to 90% if you're really good. So, count on an 80% of whatever you made. And I strongly recommend withdrawing it every single day. Because once you hit a 10%, if you have a 10% drawdown, you've lost access to the account. But if they owed you $1,000 and you'd already collected it, and then you lose access to the account, it's no big deal because you've collected your $1,000, right? Like, it makes absolute sense to withdraw this every time there's money to be withdrawn. So a $15,000 account making 10%, $1,500 a month, you keep $1,200. $150,000 account making 10% is $15,000 a month, and you keep $12,000. Same trades, same effort, you just make more money because you're trading with more capital. Let's add it up. YF10 is $497 for 8 weeks. The Bitfunded Challenge fees range from $99 to $13.99 depending on how hard you want to go. Once you're funded and trading, a $25,000 account making 10% is $2,500 a month, and you keep $2,000. That means you could back your entire investment in the first month. Like, it's a very low risk way to trade crypto. So like a $150,000 account making 10% is $15,000 a month, and you keep 80% of that, which is $12,000. Ian's obviously posting all the links. That's $144K per year. That's more than most doctors make. But unlike a doctor, you work in a few minutes a day. You're not buried in student debt. You can walk away. You're spending an hour or two a week copying trades, keeping more money than people who spend a decade in medical school. You're taking zero risk because you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. And by the way, there's plenty of people who looked at YF10 and decided it wasn't for them. It was too hard. It was not hard enough. It didn't suit their times, didn't suit their lifetime. They all got a refund. Anyone who refunded it in the chat, just post your experience about how easy or hard getting that refund was. Of course, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee on YF10, and you get 2 attempts at the Bitfunded Challenge. Not to mention, you're not risking your own capital when trading. Bitfunded is funding you to trade. The downside is limited. The upside is massive. Now, my goal for you, same as my goal for myself, to get you to the point where, like me, I do whatever the fuck I want, whenever I want, with whoever I want. I don't ask anyone's fucking permission for anything. I'm young, wild, and free, even though I'm old and fat. I'm riding BMWs through the Golden Triangle up to the most lawless part at the tip of the Golden Triangle where the Thai army doesn't like going, and it's controlled by warlords on the Shan Plateau. Like I told my wife yesterday, we're going Monday, and she's like, doesn't this sound like the sort of thing you should have run past your wife before you booked and paid for it? And doesn't this sound like the sort of thing you should have told me before? And it's like, no, baby, this isn't who I am. Like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want, whenever I want. That's the way it is. And that's what this is for. This is for freedom. And by using the skills you develop from joining the YF10 group, 12 months from now, your life will be completely unrecognizable. Could be completely debt-free, could be mortgage gone, credit cards paid off. You could be like me, living in the crypto tax haven where they don't charge you tax on crypto earnings, which is the greatest rort I've ever seen, and every visa comes with a free girlfriend. I mean, Thailand's an incredible choice for the crypto trader, just quietly, and they have they're very attractive bonuses if you sign up from the girlfriend to the waifu package. And
Nice. In
yeah,
the
yeah, Ian's got the Thai waifu package. It's working out for you, right, bro?
it's absolutely wonderful,
It's
you know.
absolutely wonderful. I was just saying to Ian before, like my kid's 5 years old and never changed a nappy, never washed a coffee cup. I don't do shit like that. It is
It's
below
19.
my line.
49. Hey,
I'm
so
an absolute pig.
I never thought I'd be so happy to tell the CEO this, but there's a comment here of someone that says, I got a refund due to some unexpected work travel and not being online during an easy time to trade. It was super easy. Great
Should
team
be
here.
super easy. Like,
Thank you very much.
it'll be a cold fucking day in hell before I need to fuck someone out of $500. Fuck off. You just have it back. So the whole point of this is that the low grade financial anxiety you carry around every day should be gone. I don't have any financial anxiety around giving someone $500. For fuck's sake. A year from now, your spouse could be home with the kids where she's supposed to be. Like in my house, it is 1959 in my house. Like it's like fetch me a pipe and slippers and make me a fucking sandwich, except the sandwich is pad krapao or noodles what's it like in your house? Is it like that, Ian?
No, I like things nice and quiet here, so I put the wife on like a strict itinerary during the day, and I just expect the itinerary to be met.
Yes. Fetch wood, carry water.
It's more of a communist setup here than anything.
Yeah, it's a dictatorship. All pigs are equal, but some are more equal than others. And you know who hasn't got it like that? Is white boy Maurizio, struggling with a brand newborn baby in South Australia.
Thank you very much, man. I just,
None of
yeah,
this sound familiar to you, right? Like you could just leave next week and come You should come motorcycling with us next week. Fuck
bro,
yeah.
yeah, it's one of those things, now we get the baby and all this sort of stuff. Thank you very much for just.
You sure?
Of
Just tell your wife you're going to go hang out with your degenerate mates in northern Thailand. We're going to try and see the poppy fields in the Shan Plateau.
You haven't actually fucking met a Colombian fucking wife, man. Latino wife.
Yeah,
I know, man. I love her. I love her. I love her. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. But yeah. I know.
But basically, Colombian wives say what Scott just said, but in reverse.
But the reality is So, well, a year from now, your spouse could be home with the kids, not because they have to be, because they get to be. A year from now, you could be booking family vacations without checking with your wife first. Ocean View Suite, business class flights. Actually, I never take business class flights. I get offended by the amount extra that it costs. No matter how rich I am, I'll always fly economy. Actually relax, but I actually do relax, and I never check what anything costs. Those who know me know this is true. I've operated for a long time now on the assumption that money's not even real, and you can just do whatever the fuck you want. I never check your bank account. It's great. And a year from now, you can look at your kid's college tuition bill and just pay it, and just go, no loans, no figure it out later. Just handled. That's the future you can grab for yourself. So make sure you join YF10 using the link and purchase your Bitfunded Challenge today. And only this link gives you the buy one, get one free offer. So doing a Google search isn't going to work. Josh, yes, we've adapted the system for the top 100 market cap coins, and we've got another edge, which is the pairs trading, which I think is arguably even a little bit better. It should, in theory, be a little bit better. We're running it as part of Hypertrend, and it's not apples for apples because Hypertrend is automated, but it's like 5.4 sharp after costs, which is like fucking amazing, like a lot better than anything else. So while we do that, let's address some common questions. Then I'll take some from the chat. So what if I've never traded before? Well, it's perfect. It's designed for complete beginners. You don't need to know anything about trading. You don't need to analyze charts, pick coins, draw stupid lines. You don't need to listen to your Muppet mates. In fact, all that shit is just noise. Tune it out. We tell you exactly what to trade. You just copy us. You show up to calls, follow the alerts, click the same buttons The coaches, that's it. And it's literally like, move your mouse up, click here, follow along. Everyone got it? Okay, everyone in? All right. What if the market keeps crashing? Well, the green bar trade works good because you're shorting all the time. If the market crashes, it's actually better for us. Still works if the market goes on a full bull run, but it works better if it crashes. The green bar trades are short positions. You're in and out in one, 2, 3 hours. We make money when prices go down. A bear market is our friend. We're not waiting for things to go up. We profit from the drops. So you don't have to wait for alt season. Yes, you can do it in the US. You're not making a Binance or a Bybit account. You're using internally their software, which goes on the back end to Binance. So you can use it even from the US. You don't need to use a VPN, by the way. You don't need to use a VPN. Plus, we're constantly testing new edges. Green bar trade is working best right now, but if the market shifts, something else works better, we'll switch to that. I can show you some really cool stuff we got. You always get whatever strategy is working best in current conditions. So whatever works in the current market, we share with the group. And this is important. Like, not every strategy works forever. Even strategies that are valid stop working for periods of a month here and there. And we just notice and swap it out for something that is working. What if I don't have time for the live calls? Not a problem. They all go out as alerts on your phone. You get a notification, you open your app, you place the trade, takes 2 minutes. Not all calls are recorded if you want to watch it later. But what if you're not ready to start trading right away? That's fine. That's what I recommend. I recommend slow and steady. Like, just join, follow along, get the hang of it. Get ready to place your first trades a couple of days before the 11th of next month. But buy your Bitfunded challenge to get the buy one, get one free offer. That's a really good deal. That's a really good deal. But don't start it yet. So buy the offer, get the two things, but let it sit. Spend a few weeks. Like, this is good. You want there to be no anxiety when you execute your trades. You don't want it to be like a stressful thing. You want it to be basically as anxiety inducing as taking a shit. It should just be a vaguely unpleasant task that's part of your daily routine that you get out of the way and then you move on. Shit shower, shave, do the YF10 trades, bang. Here's what to do right now. So Ian should have dropped the links in the chat. These happen about 90 minutes ago from now. So whatever time that is for you. Link 1, join YF10, $4.97 for 8 weeks. This gives you access to the trades, the calls, the community, and the support. And link number 2 is sign up for Bitfunded. Pick your funding level, pay your challenge fee, lock in your buy one, get one free offer. You can pay with card or with crypto. Once you're in, you get access to YF10 immediately, the community, the calls, the alerts, all of it. Your 8 weeks in YF10 won't start ticking until the 11th of February, which means you get bonus time to look around, get comfy. Your Bitfunded challenge is waiting there for you whenever you're ready to start. The links are in the chat, or you can lock it in, or you can look below. Click both links, get into YF10, purchase your Bitfunded challenge, lock in the buy one, get one free offer before this promo ends. All right, let's open it up for questions. Yes, you can do this on your mobile phone. Chad, can someone know the 100x Coin Club isn't a scam? Maurizio's got a great record there. Can someone from support? Can someone message him privately and get his email address and get him in there, please?
Yeah, certainly. Hey, Chad, I'm going to try and message you.
Cameron Atepek, sorry, I butchered your name there. We short and long at the same time. Okay, what you're talking about here is the pairs trade. We're not doing that yet in the YF10, but we probably will. Does the slippage possibly kill profitable trades? Yes, entering at market. Your slippage your costs in any transaction are in three places. They're from fees, they're from market impact, and they're from slippage. So if you're entering at market, you're going to have both slippage and market impact, which is a very bad idea. So I would never enter any trade except in the rarest of circumstances on a market order. I would always work into a limit slowly and be prepared to wait, 30 seconds, a minute to get filled. And there's a concept called adverse selection, and you guys might have noticed it. If you place an order and you get filled right away, quite often that's a losing trade. If you place an order and it's really hard to get filled, like it's just sitting there like a turd and it's not being filled, like why isn't my order filled? Then you get filled like 2 minutes later, those are nearly always the winning trades. And there's a bunch of maths behind that, but that's basically it. Little update on Hypertrend. We are trading Hypertrend internally. It's looking really good. Yeah, it's looking really good. The slippage and market impact looks way better than we expected. We're going to open it up to you guys as soon as I'm comfortable that we're not going to lose everyone's money. So, I mean, we just can't afford any fuck-ups. We can't afford any slip-ups. I don't think you guys are going to be very understanding waiting for us to build something for 2 years and then in the first month we have to come back to you and say, oh yeah, sorry, Scott fucked everything up and we lost everyone's money or half of everyone's money. Like no one's going to be understanding about that. So this is something we have to get right. What has been the max drawdown? Maurizio, what's your max drawdown in your live trading account, bro?
With the max drawdown, we haven't had, like, we've been trading on Hyperliquid, right? It's a slightly different universe than that obviously Bitfunded. And the biggest drawdown has been like 3%, but then obviously we had much more gains. We had like already 10, 12%. So this is slowly and steady, and it's actually pretty good, pretty stable.
No, Hypertrend's about a month away, dude. What about FTMO as a prop? It's a scam for 4 reasons, actually. So FTMO as a scam is it's not designed to be a bunch of traders trading and sharing the profits. It's designed to bilk you out of a lot of money for challenge fees. The way that they do this is, first of all, you're trading FX, and which there's almost no edge available to retail traders in FX, or like there's just not. Like all the stuff that works in crypto only works because crypto is an inefficient market. The most efficient markets in the world are those ones. You just shouldn't be trading. The second reason is they put the time limits on the challenges and the 2-step challenges. Very, very hard to pass any time limit based challenge. You work out the math on it. Like if you've got a 30% chance of passing a challenge, you work out the cost of the challenge, and they're making money from the challenges, not the profits. FTMO also has a delayed payout. They don't pay you as soon as you earn the money. They pay you at the end of a 2-month period. So what they're planning on is you fucking up and losing your account in that 2-month period, so they don't have to pay you anything. That's shady, in my opinion. And the last thing they do is there's a whole bunch of terms and conditions which amount to, we can cancel you for any reason. And all of those TradFi firms have a track record of making up bullshit reasons why you breach the terms and conditions, and fuck it, you're not getting paid. So with crypto, that's a lot harder. And if you make it so you can get your money out to your USDT wallet every single day, well, they can't really fuck you. But FTMO can absolutely fuck you. Copy trading bans. Well, we're not copy trading. We're a trading group. We're not automatically trading. How does BOGO work? Buy one, get one free. You buy one payment and you buy one challenge and you get 2. Beginner here, which platform are we using to trade? You're using the actual Bittrader.bitfund. You're using the bitfunded.com platform, which uses Binance's on the back end. Chris Lucas, I'm down 30%. How much are you, Maurizio? What was your max drawdown and how much are you up? And you got a real account here.
Yeah, from the original account, from when we started, right? We're up 3.3%. At the moment, we had a drawdown yesterday, but we're up in both accounts, and Hyperliquid and Bybit we're up since the beginning of the trading.
Gotcha. No thinking confirmed. Are there ongoing costs for Bitfunded once the trial is passed? No. Assuming no skill and optimal bet sizing, what is the value of the game? It depends on your Sharpe ratio. It depends on the amount of time you take to pass the challenge. If you're assuming no skill, that's assuming a Sharpe ratio of 0. You're not going to pass any challenge. The challenges are designed to remove traders who have no edge. If you have,
Scott,
yo,
sorry I just saw something in the chat. If someone lost 30%, there's no way the system had, like, you've been trading with leverage, which we don't do on the YF10, so just making that clear. Trade 30% is ridiculous. So check if you're using leverage, because we're up pretty much 2.5% in each account and more than that, and we haven't had the biggest drawdown. It's been like, I don't know, 3% one day, and that's it.
Sure. So Mike Henderson, to have a reasonable chance of passing the challenge, you need a Sharpe ratio of about 1.5. The strategies that we're using have much higher Sharpe ratios, between 2 and 2.5. A Sharpe ratio of 1.5, taking 45 days to do it, you have the median trader, not the average trader, has a chance of about 52% of passing the challenge. And you get 2 challenges for one price. You run the math on it, it's actually quite good. If your Sharpe ratio goes up, that gets slightly better. If your Sharpe ratio goes down, that gets slightly worse. Of course, to pass a trading challenge test, they're testing if your trading has a positive expectancy. If you don't have a positive expectancy, you have to just have a lucky streak. Lucky streaks don't last anyway. So, yeah. Residual cash flow. You stated earlier you don't need a VPN in the States for this. This is bitfunded.com. You can't access Hyperliquid without a VPN as it stands. And when you choose the package and pay, the buy one, get one is added, yes. Breakout Prop is not dodgy. It's my good friend Crypto Cred, who's going to come down here for a month in March. They just sold Breakout Prop to Kraken. The only reason I'm recommending this and not Kraken is because the owner of Breakout Prop said that Bitfunded is offering a better deal than us right now, since they sold their business to Kraken and they've checked out, and he said that Bitfunded is actually a better deal. And so Breakout Prop is not dodgy at all. In fact, those are the 2 that I recommend, but you get no buy one, get one offer. Sure, someone's going to reach out to you, Kiwi46. Yeah, the 2 trades that we're doing at the moment are what's essentially mean reversion on volatility adjusted. What's the strongest coin of the day from 0000 to 2300. In the first 23 hours of the day, what is the strongest coins? And then we're going short. I think it's 11:30 p.m. and then holding for between 1 and 3 hours. Doesn't make much difference. At least 1 hour. The the good part is the first hour, and then there's a little more and a little more. So if you want to do it yourself and build your own dashboards and vibe code away, fuck yeah. There's the strategy. It ain't rocket science. Fucking have at it, son. The other thing that we're doing is what we call dirty white girls pairs trading, which is we find coins that are doing similar things that should trade in similar ways. For example, Balancer and 1inch are the same basic turd rolled in a different colored glitter. Sand and Mana are two Web3 gaming coins, and we are plotting a ratio of them. So on TradingView, we're going Sand USDT divided by Mana USDT, and we're putting a Bollinger Band on that thing, and it hits the Bollinger Band, and we're going short one and long the other, and executing at the and exiting that trade at the midline. So if you want the strategy without the instruction, there you go, guys. Have at it. There's like no secrets from me. There's no VPN needed for this because it's not Binance. It's Bitfunded. Bitfunded uses Binance on their back end. Okay. Breakout prop max daily loss is 3%, Bitfunded is 4%. What is Insilico? Insilico is a terminal that you can plug into your Hyperliquid or your Binance or your Bybit account that has some fancy execution stuff, which is algo-esque. Insilico is a completely insane conspiracy theorist on the internet, but he wrote some really good software for this. It's excellent software. 10 out of 10 recommend it. I've been on the Insilico Terminal podcast, which I recommend you look for me there. And if anyone needs any contacts there, I know all the guys who own it, and they're all good. Okay. Insilico mobile support. Let me grab it right now. Okay. So, okay, username. Yes, you can use the Ledger Stacks for paying it and pulling your money out. And Insilico support on Telegram is Sokio. And tell him I sent you, because he's probably not going to. He's a mate of mine. Can you explain the payout? At the end of the day, it says withdraw money, and you can withdraw money at any time. You can withdraw profits that you've made. And so anytime you make a profit, you just click withdraw and you pull it out to your account. No, you should after 8 weeks, you should be like pretty much good to go. I mean, our dashboards make things pretty easy and makes it all easier to do if you're doing it in a group, to be honest. But to be honest, I wouldn't use the dashboards if. No, it's definitely daily withdrawal. It definitely works in the Gulf region, works everywhere. Yeah, and I agree with Cheryl. Insilico is a great platform. On Bitfunded website, it says monthly withdrawals. It's definitely daily withdrawals. And I know this because we withdrew, because we wanted to make sure it fucking worked. We wanted to make sure the whole thing wasn't a scam. Oh, definitely first half of the year. Jen said I could release it today, but it would be irresponsible. Like, if someone's going to lose money because of some technical fuck up, it's got to be me, not you, right? I know when it's ready. Like, it's going to be ready. It states monthly withdrawals, but I know you can do it. I know you can do it daily. James is great. Chatted to him before the call. Is Cato still a good short? Let's have a look. Short squeeze. Okay, this is it. Yes, it's still a beautiful short. Okay, so what's happening here is if we load up some spot tape. And liquidations, open interest. So open interest hit its lowest there. Now open interest is rising. So that was traders exiting trades. Now traders are getting short when they feel very, 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 very comfortable. This was the time when we told you to get short. And now we're getting a short squeeze. What you want to wait and see is when all these liquidations are over, that's the time to get back in. So I would have thought, oh, that's a 1 hour. That's a 1 hour chart. No, that's still a good short, dude. I just write that out. I diamond hand that. That's just a mechanical short squeeze. That's just like par for the course. It doesn't say anything about buy one, get one, but it's definitely going to be applied to your account. And if it's not, like, we know the owners and we'll get it applied. The BOGO deal happens automatically. All right, guys. I think I've taken up you made 43% on Kaito. I did pretty good too. By the way, it's going to zero. I would just reload it. I keep reloading it on every bounce, dude. Like, it's going to zero. It's a coin without a. So what happens when when people who are insiders on the coin realize that it's fucked and there's no business model for it? They want to sell out, but the market can only afford to. The market can only take a little bit every day, so they sell a little bit every day, and that's why the charts for dead coins, they look like a big drop and then a slow bleed with occasional short squeezes, then back to slow bleed. Yeah. I'm very happy shorting this at 43 cents. Very happy.
All right.
All right, guys.
Absolute
Thanks for your time today.
fantastic.
I had a great time. Great to see Maurizio. Great to see Ian. Kaito owners are trying to move to another model, but their ideas are retarded and they're just like offering up some sort of false hope. Oh, we're gonna do this thing. We'll be AI.
On that note,
Faggots.
thanks everybody. Ta-da.